Hi everybody, my name is Yesenia Barnier. I'm one of the nutrition education coordinators here at the Rhode Island Community Food Bank with the Healthy Habits Eating Well on a Budget program. Have you ever found yourself wandering around the grocery store trying to compare dozens of products, unsure which one's the best for you? Today's Healthy Bite is all about the nutrition facts label. This is where you'll find all the information you need about the nutrients inside of the product. Once you've mastered those skills, comparing products at the grocery store is going to be a breeze. Let's begin with the basics and figure out where to start when looking at the nutrition label. Here we have a box of mac and cheese. The first thing we want to look at is our serving size. This gives us a visual for how much of the product the label is referring to. For example, this box serving size is 2.5 ounces. That's roughly about this much. In this whole box, we have 3 servings. So if we were to eat this entire box, we would have to multiply all of our numbers on the nutrition fact label by 3. Keeping track of our serving size is a great way to keep track of the nutrients that we're consuming when we're picking our products. You might think, going in order, that the next place we're going to visit is the calories, but we're actually going to save that till the very end. Our calories are the sum of all of our nutrients together. The next place we're going to visit is the fat section. It's important to note here that not all fats are created equal. When we're looking at our label, we have 3 sections: total fats, saturated fats, and trans fats. Total fats is all the fat per portion. Because remember, if we were to eat this whole box, we would have to multiply these numbers by 3. Our second part under fats is saturated fats. These are the ones that we want to have in moderation. The third part is our trans fats. These are what some people call the bad fats. These have been linked to heart disease and obesity. Whenever given the option, try to always choose the product with 0 trans fats in it. But it's also really important to remember that fat is an essential nutrient. It helps with our brain development. Some studies have even shown us that just 2 tablespoons a day have been linked to reducing the likelihood of having type 2 diabetes. Now that we know all about our fat section, let's move on to sodium. Knowing how much sodium we intake is especially important to keep our blood pressure in check. When we're looking at sodium, what we really want to look at is the percent daily value. That's a little percentage sign right next to the grams. What we want to look for is 5% or lower. That's going to be our low sodium option. However, sometimes when we're in the grocery store, we don't always have the option of a low sodium option. So if that's the case, simply take the cans home, rinse them out, and that will drastically reduce the amount of sodium in the product. Now that we have a better understanding of our sodium section, let's take a look at the carbohydrates. Now you may be wondering, why are fiber and sugar under carbohydrates? Carbohydrates are made up of sugar, fiber, and starches. When we eat carbohydrates like whole grains, fruits, and vegetables, our bodies digest them and break them down into those sugars, fibers, and starches. Carbohydrates are a really important part of any healthy diet. They give our bodies the energy that we need to function properly. When we're at the grocery store and we're comparing products and looking at our carbohydrate section, there's a few things underneath the section that we can look at. One of the first things we're going to look at is our fiber. When comparing 2 products, always reach for the one that has the most fiber in it. Fiber is really important for our bodies because it helps us keep us regular, flow longer, and helps keep our blood sugar nice and steady. Taking a little bit of a deeper dive into this section, we'll notice that sugars is under here. Before we can really talk about that, it's really important to note that there's 2 types of sugars. We have naturally occurring sugars and we have added sugars. In our total sugar section, you'll find both naturally and added sugars in there. Whenever given the option, always choose the product with the least amount of added sugars. While natural sugars give our bodies the energy that we need, added sugars can be really bad for us. They can lead to tooth decay, they can lead to obesity, and other chronic diseases. Now that we have a better understanding of all of our nutrients, let's go back to our calories. As we mentioned before, calories are the sum of all the nutrients we just learned about. When navigating through the grocery store and trying to find the best product for you, it's really important that we're focusing on the nutrients in the product rather than just the calories. When we're picking out our products, we want the ones with the best nutrients. That means we're looking for products with the healthiest fats, the lowest amount of sodium, the highest amount of fiber, and the lowest amount of added sugars. It's important to note that our calories are a measurement of energy. So sometimes when you're reaching for a product and one has more calories than the other, it might just be because of the nutrients inside. Go ahead and take a look. It might give you a better understanding why the healthier option could be the option with more calories. Using our example of boxed mac and cheese, Looking at the nutrition facts label, we can see that the saturated fat and the sodium content might not make this product the best one. However, we all know that sometimes we have a craving for some mac and cheese. Stay tuned and see how the Healthy Habits team has reinvented this old favorite in a new healthy way. There you have it. Now you have all the skills you need to go into a grocery store and pick the product that best meets your nutritional needs. I'm Yesenia Barnier with the Healthy Habits Eating Well on a Budget program.